Hi, thanks for joining me for my second episode of All the Wine and Real Estate with Anne-Marie, where I do one of my favorite things, drink wine, and talk about my other favorite thing, real estate. Today I'm here with Britt LeBlanc, marketing rep for Bayou Title in Lafayette and Lake Charles. He's here to talk about a relatively new challenge we've faced lately in the real estate market. Britt, how you doing today?
Good, happy to be here.
Good. Okay, so what we wanted to talk about was something called wire fraud. We have this form. If you have been in a real estate transaction lately, you were either buying or selling, you may have had to fill out or sign a form like this, wiring fraud advisory notice. So, Britt, can you tell us a little bit about what wire fraud is?
Sure. Wire fraud has been around since technology existed. It's relatively easy for criminals to make a lot of money in very little time. So what generally happens is that somehow, some way, they get access to this email chain where we're sending out information to you guys, or the lender, or you, the buyer or seller, and basically change the information to make the wire either not go directly to our escrow account, or to get us to send money out to an account that is not supposed to be having those proceeds delivered. The way they do that, they get in some kind of way, one way or another. They'll hack an email, or they'll send you an email with bogus instructions on it to send it out. And generally speaking, once it's gone, a certain amount of time has passed, it's gone forever. So it's very rampant now in real estate. Banking's been experienced in a while, but we're really seeing a lot of it lately in real estate transactions.
And that being mostly because there are such large amounts of money.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, if you think about it like this, the average home that sells in Lafayette would be what, around
200.
So let's just say that you had this home and you worked really hard to pay it off. So you're expecting to be able to maybe upgrade to your next house. So that $200 some odd $1,000 is very important, and that can be gone in a flash, just from basically somebody just getting in at the right time with some sort of email and sending it to the wrong account number without verifying. And like I said, once it's gone, a certain amount of time has passed, there's really no way to trace it, and it's gone forever.
And so they're basically saying, they're acting as you guys, the title company, and saying, wire your money here. For example, if you're buying a house and it's a $200,000 house and you had to put down 20%, so that's $40,000, right? Yes. Okay. So they're saying, okay, you may in reality have to wire some money somewhere.
Right.
And so they're posing as you and saying, yes, wire that $40,000 to this account.
Correct.
And it's a bogus account and the money is gone. So Britt, how does somebody avoid being a victim, and what are some of the safeguards that you have in place to protect people?
Absolutely. So we our company in particular, with Bayou, we have somebody that's going to be the final person that you kind of talk to. They're going to be the person that's going to reach out to you and say, hey guys, you need to bring X amount of dollars to this closing, or you should be expected to receive X amount of dollars. So that person is going to absolutely contact you, generally by email and by phone, and just say, hey, look, I'm so-and-so with this company. We've been communicating via email, but I want to confirm with you on the phone that your closing is set for this time at this place, and you need to either be bringing in this amount of money or letting me know you're wiring in this amount of money, and I'll forward you my instructions. So at that point, this escrow officer won't ask you for anything more than that. So whenever we reach out to you, we'll never ask for certain information such as your full social via email. We'll maybe send you an email saying, hey, look, we're handling this part of this transaction for you. We may CC the realtor or the lender in there and say, add some legitimacy to it, say, can you please give us a call at this number? And we'll obtain this information over the phone. That way you don't have to put it in writing. That way that chain gets compromised, you don't have to worry about your information out in the big dark web.
Yeah.
So just being proactive and always calling and always double verifying before you write any check to anyone or send any amount of money. And if there's a change in any amount, that should be a red flag for you.
Right. And a lot of these scammers, they can set up an email account. For example, if I were your buyer's agent, they could set up an email account with my name that shows up, when you get the email, it looks like I'm the one that's sending it. It has my name. So if you were to get something like that, notify me, especially if it's asking for money.
Or information.
Or personal information. But I will never ask you for money. Sneaky.
Sneaky. You sneak me a drink.
One thing that I thought was interesting that you told us in the class was who is doing this, and it gives a good picture of why people are doing this, because it really drives home how serious these people are, I guess.
Absolutely. Let's just say we're in a room like this one in this marvelous kitchen. We can fit, let's just say if we all had an iPhone, an out-of-date iPhone, an iPad, or laptops or electronic devices, we could fit about 50 people shoulder to shoulder here. So if you think about a room in a house this size, 50 people in just one room, so just imagine a house filled with people. So you have 100 people, then imagine the house next door, the building next door is the same exact way, going on for 3 or 4 blocks. So just within a couple of blocks, you can have 5, 6, 7,000 people.
They're international. They're not.
Yeah, absolutely. They're using scripts and like Google Translate. The language is usually broken.
Right.
But just imagine everybody, and all they want to do is rip you off, because to them that $20,000 down payment isn't just a good year for them, it's a good decade for them and their families. It's estimated by the end of 2019 to be almost a $2 quadrillion industry.
I'm sorry, say that number again.
Quadrillion. 2 of them, not just 1 but 2.
Okay, so if you have any questions about any scams or emails or contacts that you're getting, you can definitely call either one of us and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much for being here with us today and learning a little bit about scams.
Yes.
and fraud. And in case you were wondering, we're at this beautiful listing, 1101 La Nouvelle, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. If you are interested in seeing more of it, you can give me a shout. I'd be happy to show you. There will also be a link to a 3D tour in the comments below.
Highly recommend checking it out. It's really pretty.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, I've had a great time, Britt. Thank you
Same.
so much for joining me.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Same. That's where you're starting off where we're at.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
You're cueing me.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
Love it.
You're secretly dying inside.
I'm drinking. I'm good.
Okay. We're here at my Okay, God, how do people do this live?
I don't know.
We're here at my listing. All right. Drink. Go.
I'm here. Hello. Like I've been sitting here the whole time, like,
Got it. Dilly.
Man, 501 in your wine. For those who don't like to eat liquid diet special. Say when. No, literally.
Oh yeah, with my fucking. I didn't blink.
Like,
I didn't wink.